Hi you guys. Well, one thing that we are asked pretty often is, are we planning on growing our family anytime soon? Are we planning on starting the adoption process, trying to get pregnant on our own? What are we going to do? So this is going to be my video in response to that. So Brett and I have talked a lot about what we want to do. Do we want to have more kids? Do we not want to have more kids? And I guess for a while it just depended on the day. There were certain days where we're like, oh, how do people have more than 2 kids? Oh my gosh, this is exhausting. And then there's days that we're like, oh, we could do this again. And now that the boys are getting a little older, Sawyer's a little bit more independent, Jameson's starting to use his words a little bit instead of just all day long, it's becoming a little bit more desirable to have more children. So we have been talking about whether or not, what do we want to do? Do we want to start the adoption process? Should we try to get pregnant? Which is like, I don't really know, because we've been together over 10 years, never once been pregnant, never once had a miscarriage, nothing. So we are more pushing towards an adoption route. However, we can't really start that for another 4 to 5 months. So Brett is in school right now, finishing his degree in anesthesia, nurse anesthesia, and he's going to be a CRNA. And when he graduates, we're going to be moving. So right now we live in Louisiana while he's finishing up his residency, and then in 4 months he'll be done. Oh, he's been in school forever. So he's going to be done with that, and then we don't know where we're going to end up. It's just wherever he can find a job. We may stay here, but there's not any jobs here. So we don't know where we're going to end up. But when he is done, we are going to, if we haven't magically gotten pregnant on our own by then, we most likely are going to be starting the adoption process again. And that is something that we're really excited about. We talked about trying to do it earlier, and there's just no way. The agency we use is 4 hours away from us, and to do a home study, it costs a lot of money to do a home study, especially when they have to travel super far somebody's coming to my door. Especially when they have to travel so far. So if we did have a home study, we'd have to have another home study in 4 months anyways to, in our new home. So 4 months from now, life's going to be so different, it won't even make sense to do anything with the adoption process now, because it's going to be so different in 4 months. So, but when we move, wherever we go, and we're settled down, and things are good, we are going to start the adoption process. And y'all are all welcome to come along with us. We will be videoing it and documenting it, and hopefully y'all can spread the word when we're ready to adopt again, and can help us get our profile out there and find baby number 3 for us. So there has been 2 times since we've been here that we've been approached by 2 different expecting moms wanting to place with us, and both times they were little girls. But after a lot of just prayer, and it just didn't feel right, and it was devastating. And I've made a whole nother video about that. I made it a couple months ago when it was more fresh, but I think I'm ready to post it now, because it was definitely a very, very hard time, a very hard thing to do, but I know we did the right thing. So we are excited though to start the adoption process, to help our family grow with a new baby and a new birth family. And see, that's another thing, is we want to do an open adoption again. And so when you do that, you don't just welcome a new baby, it's a whole new birth mom, birth dad, birth family into our family. So, where most people think, oh, maybe we will have more kids, or maybe we won't. For people like me and Brett that have struggled with infertility so long, for us, if we want to grow our family, we have to make a solid decision. It can't just be, oh, well, maybe if it happens, it happens. But for us, it's like, that's not really a possibility. If it was, I'm sure it would have happened by now. But for us, if we want to grow our family, we really have to do the work. We really have to make a solid decision with both feet in and decide if we're going to do this or not. So we are going to be starting the process in about 4 to 5 months. So I'm going to say about 5 months, because then we'll be settled in. But we're excited to start this journey. I've thought about our next baby and the next birth parents, and I know they're going to be great. I know that this birth mom or this expectant mom is going to be fabulous. I know that I must really love her a lot to I don't know, it's weird because like when I think about adopting a third child, like I don't just think of the child, I think of a birth mom too, and like I'm excited to meet her and birth dad, you know, so it's fun, it really is. There's just something so unique about the relationship you have with birth families. Brett and I also, when our kids are older, we do want to adopt children from foster care, for sure. My mom is raised in foster care, so it's kind of a special place in my heart. That it's just something I want to do, but I want our kids to be the oldest. So then these children in foster care can have like great role models for them, you know, growing up. So, but yes, so we do want to grow our family as bad as we wish we could do it right now. It's just not practical, so we're going to wait about, I don't know, 5 months till we're more settled into our new area. But when the day comes, you're welcome to come along. Now, if between now and then we magically got pregnant somehow, I mean, that would be like a miracle, then that would be great too. I don't even know what I would do. I wouldn't even be expecting it. It would just be like out of the blue. Keep us in your thoughts and prayers. And if you do know somebody that's wanting to place their baby for adoption, you can let us know now. And see, that's another thing. If somebody wanted to place their child with us now, even though we don't have a profile in, then if we went to the adoption agency and had an expectant mom already that was wanting to place with us, that's really easy because you just go in, they pretty much just do all the paperwork for you, and then it's done. So, and that's another option, but that doesn't happen too often for someone just out of the blue. But it can happen. So if you do know someone, please still send them over. You know, who knows? If it's meant to be, it would happen. So anyways, just thought I would share. See ya.